GM is expanding North America's EV charging capabilities by almost twofold. That's our Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from General Motors is Jared Jenson, manager of the Dealer Community Charging Program. Hi, Jared.
Hi, Fred. Thanks for having me.
A pleasure. So give us the overview. What is the Dealer Community Charging Program?
Yeah, thanks for asking, Fred. So we've really wanted to overcome one of the biggest barriers to EV adoption, and that's getting more infrastructure in the ground. And so what we realized is that nearly 90% of the US population lives within 10 miles of a GM dealership. This Dealer Community Charging Program will help expand charging access to underserved rural and urban areas. So what we're doing is partnering up with our dealers, who then go out into their community and find locations and find some their partners out there in the community to place these chargers to really get them closer to the people and to help overcome that objection of adopting electric vehicles.
So the chargers, the stations would not necessarily be at the dealerships themselves?
Correct. They're going to be at locations strategically within the community. And so it's going to be at places where people naturally go for a couple hours at a time, right? So these are more your, what we call high-powered level 2 chargers, or kind of the medium tier of charging. And they'll be able to go, for example, to a park or to a library or a sports stadium or a concert hall, things of that nature, be there for a couple hours. And as they come out, they're able to get a decent charge on their vehicle as a result.
Terrific. And you're partnering with Flow, which is a charging station provider?
Correct. So yes, we're partnering with Flow. They are the charge station operator for the program, and they really helped meet the metrics that we were looking for this program, and a very strong charge station operator. So we're really excited to have them on board.
So where does this begin, and what will the rollout look like?
So we do have our first chargers in the ground, actually. And so we've got some in Marshfield, Wisconsin, as well as Owasso, Michigan. And so those are two rural areas which we're really excited to bring to Marshfield some of the first charging infrastructure there, and then also expand in Owasso. And so we're looking to continue to expand the program. We've actually got over 1,000 dealers enrolled in the program, so over 25% of all dealers, with just rolling it out to our Chevrolet dealer body. So we're truly excited. We felt a lot of excitement from our dealers for the program as well.
And tell me how GM views this. Is this a new business, a new, for want of a better phrase, revenue stream? Or is this something that you're looking at strictly to get people out there buying EVs?
I think great question. I think, Fred, the primary reason is just to help overcome that infrastructure objection to electric vehicle adoption, as GM is looking to bring forward 30 EVs by 2025, of which 2/3 of those are going to be in North America. We know that we need to take a leadership position in getting infrastructure out there to help people be more willing to adopt electric vehicles. And as a result, what we're finding is there are some ancillary revenue streams along with that, but it's all with the focus on the customer and how can we create a better experience for them.
But it can be a profit-making business. Obviously, there are quite a few companies out there trying to do this, right?
Yeah, there, it can be a profit-making business, and I know GM, we're looking for ways to make sure that these EVs are profitable, but also that they're super fun to drive and that they meet the demands of what the customer is looking for. So yes, there are opportunities, and we're certainly looking at those, but it's with a focus on putting the customer at the center of everything we do and making sure that experience is great for the customer.
Are you talking about how big of an investment this is going to be for GM?
So overall, not just this program, but overall, GM is committing about $750 million to the infrastructure. And so it's not just this dealer community charging program. We're also looking at some other programs and potentially beyond. And so a couple of those examples are we have an agreement with Pilot Flying J to place up to 2,000 DC fast chargers at up to 500 Pilot Flying J locations across the highway corridor, so for longer distance travel. And then also with EVgo, so we're going to be placing up to 3,250 DC fast chargers. So that's your really quick charge to get you on the road, and we're going to be placing those in up to 52 top metropolitan areas. And so more to come on some of those additional programs, but we're really excited to try to attack this infrastructure opportunity from all angles.
And how, I guess the question is, how quickly does all of this happen? As you said, within a couple of years, really, you're planning on having a lot of choices for consumers when it comes to EVs.
Yeah, so this is definitely over a few years. The dealer community charging program, we aim to place up to 40,000 of these medium charging or level 2 chargers in the US and Canada by 2026. And so this will be a few-year process, but we're looking to get them out there as quickly as we can for some of those great vehicles that we have coming down the pipeline, like Silverado EV, Equinox EV, Blazer EV. We have the GMC Hummer EV out there already, as well as the Cadillac Lyriq, the Bolt EV and EUV, and much more. Bright Drop as well as a great fleet application. So we're really bringing those vehicles forward and trying to move forward as quickly as we can.
Well, it sounds exciting, but I'm assuming the chargers are available to any kind of EV?
Yeah, great question, Fred. So we're of the mindset of a rising tide lifts all boats. So these charging stations that are going in, they're not just meant for GM vehicles. They're also meant for any other auto manufacturer out there. And some of the auto manufacturers may require an adapter to use the chargers, but almost all of them, it's going to be a standard out there, so that any EV, even including non-GM EVs, will be able to charge at these stations.
And we've talked about it before, but the GM has a program, EV Live, which is designed to make consumers feel a little bit more comfortable about all this and answer their questions, right?
Absolutely. It really is an interactive experience. And so we're getting retail customers, we're getting fleet customers calling in. It's really been a huge success in allowing customers to ask those questions, those barriers to get over those barriers to EV adoption, and realizing that EVs are really fun to drive and they're really practical, and they can make a great next vehicle for folks.
Is there a place people can go to for more information, or are we going to just steer them to EV Live here?
So yeah, I mean, EV Live is a great resource that folks can go to. Hopefully I get this right, evlive.gm.com. And then they can answer any questions that you might have and help you on that journey.
Terrific. Jared Jenson, thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you so much, Fred. Really appreciate the opportunity.